Today I want to talk about boundaries. Now, a boundary is something that you put in place to make sure that you don't cross something, because if you do cross that boundary, it can create things in your life that make your life harder. Boundaries are so important. A boundary can be formed when you start saying something like no. One of the things that I had to learn to do was to step away from being a people pleaser, stepping away from being reactive, and step away from being the go-to person. Naturally, how I'm built, and I'm guessing how a lot of you are built, is that you are this person that is always on the go. I can do this, I can do that. I had an autoimmune disease, and I know a lot of people that have got mind-body conditions or vestibular migraine have had an autoimmune disease, have had something wrong with their skin or their gut, and it's just bizarre how the correlation happens through just people that I speak to. And we are the kind of person that has potentially suffered with anxiety. So one of the things that I had to do from my first condition in 2017 called light chain planus was to learn to say no. Because before that, I was fixing this, I was doing that, I was calling this person, I was going here, I was going there, as well as having children, as well as studying, as well as going to the gym. And I was piling it on. Now think about what my nervous system was thinking or doing or saying then, you know, which is why I had that breakout. And I learnt to rein it in, and I set myself boundaries. And it's like slowly, it just creeps back in. It's hard to spot it. And when you're in remission for something and you're okay, it's like your mind then goes back to the old way of being. And that's when in 2021, vestibular migraine crept in, and you know, vertigo became chronic. And that was because I became a yes person again, and I wasn't looking after myself as well as I should have done. And your body, your brain remembers, and we've got to remember that our brain remembers. This is that we need to learn to set boundaries, and we need to learn to stick to them. And the thing with boundary setting now, like fast forward for me into 2026, it's not hard for me to say no to something, or to take that time out from something, or not to be flicking on my phone, or, you know, just doing things that will allow me to be in the present, and where I believe you guys should try to be a bit more. Because living in the past and living in the future is when our nervous system is like, oh my gosh, what's going on? And while doing those things, being everyone's hero, it doesn't work for you. I wanted to share this today, and I hope it helps somebody think about what they're doing in life and how they can put some things to the side, and how they can actually bring in time for themselves and set that boundary.